Hello, art bosses. Welcome to the Art Boss Report. My name is Rena Uha, here every single week, helping artists find the tools, the systems, and the strategies that allow for them to sell more of their artwork online. If you're wondering what you need to do to your website to get it to be converting and get it to close more sales, especially during the best selling season of the year. If you're interested in learning what you need to do, the simple steps that you can implement immediately that allow for you to close more sales when you send people to your website, well, my friends, you're in the right place. We're super excited today to really start digging into those tools, those systems, and those strategies that allow for you to close more sales by using your website. So, I want you to grab a comfy spot in your house. I want you to, it's probably lunchtime for a lot of you, grab a soda, grab a sandwich, because we are going to dig on in. Hello, art bosses. Happy December. It is the end of 2023 and we are getting ready for more in 24. If you're looking for the systems, the tools, the strategies that allow for you to close more of your sales using your beautiful website, my friends, you're in exactly the right place. My name is Rena Uha. I'm here every single week with the Art Boss Report, giving you the big picture about how we close more sales online. How do we leverage the power of the online market where we have millions of art lovers who are looking for a beautiful piece of artwork, especially during the holiday season where they're looking for either a gift idea for someone really special in their lives, but really even more importantly, here's one secret. There's so many people who are looking for gifts for themselves. This is the perfect time of year to close end of year sales, get some additional income right before the end of the year so that we have the money we need to buy holiday gifts, money that we need to buy art supplies, or even if we start looking and pacing forward, have everything we need in line to even close more sales in 2024. So, we're going to be talking about websites today. And not just about the website itself, but about the tool that we can immediately use today. We can start using it today that will allow for us to close more of our website sales. If that's something that sounds good to you, simply say yes in the comments, because I'm going to be sending over a little guide to you about what you need to be doing and the guidelines to creating a system and a tool that allows for you to close more of your website sales. So let's go ahead and dig on in. We're going to talk a little bit about websites, and then we're going to talk about the tool that you can immediately use that closes more of your online sales. Okay. So yes, we are professional artists. We're sitting here on the top of a gold mine, and we're starting to collect the assets that we need in order to close more sales. We are professional artists who, number one, have a website. We may have built it ourselves. Maybe we've paid someone to build it. Maybe we're in the process of building it, but we recognize that we have to have somewhere for people to look at our artwork, and somewhere that's branded and somewhere that represents us. So our websites are super important. We're going to refer to those as landing pages. We're going to refer to our websites as those tools and assets that all artists need in order to catch the eye of our future customers. Number two, we need to know who is looking at our website. Okay, so if we don't have the system or the process to identify exactly who is visiting our website, then that's the first outage. That's the first place that we need to be working. And that is the tool that we're going to be talking about today. Instead of worrying about our websites, if we have the right piece of artwork on it, I guarantee you do. If it looks pretty enough, I guarantee that your website is super sexy and it's super beautiful. If you're wondering if there's something you need to do to tweak it, I'm going to just be totally honest. You can always tweak your website. You can always make it more beautiful, and you can always make it better. But if you're sitting and wondering and worrying about tweaking all the time, and you're actually not doing the actions that close sales, then we found the next place that we need to work. So instead of hyper focusing on worrying about if our website is sexy enough, if our website has exactly the right wording and exactly the right images, let's start using the tools that close sales now. And let's start using the tools that actually tell us how we need to update our websites if they need to be updated. So we're going to be talking about the big aha moment I want you guys to walk away with. It's not about your website and if it's perfectly built and if it's beautiful enough. It's actually about understanding how to see who's actually visiting your website. Okay, get the name, the email address, maybe even the phone number, and maybe even purchase behaviors from the people, your future dreamy clients who are actually checking out your website. So when we actually add the update onto our website, the update that allows for us to see exactly who is visually dining on our artwork, that is actually the tool that allows for us to start closing more sales. It's actually the update that we need to be thinking about, and we need to be adding to our selling system and be adding to our website. So we're going to talk about how do we look and see who is visually dining on our artwork. They can, and this is the best thing about the whole entire process. There's so many things we can do, and there's so many, a variety of different tools that we can use in different ways that we can approach this. For some artists and some businesses, there's a clear pipeline that we can use. And for other art businesses, there will be modifications and customizations that we can add to what we're going to be calling our pipeline. So we're going to be talking about how we can start seeing who is looking at our artwork, who is looking at our artwork on our websites, who is looking at our artwork in our social media, who is looking at our artwork when we send it out in emails, and when we have the tools that allow for us to start seeing not just that we have 800 people who looked at our website this month, but we have the names and the phone numbers and the email addresses of 800 people who have visually dined on our artwork. That is the shift. It is the secret. It is the most important update that we need to be adding to our website. So we're going to kind of shift into talking about a little bit more technical stuff today. We're going to talk about a pipeline, and really think of a pipeline as the journey that your client goes on once they've seen your artwork. Once they've seen your artwork either on your website or maybe in your social media, or maybe you even have an email campaign that you're sending out, when we can see who is opening emails, who is visiting our website, who is seeing our social media posts, and who's commenting and engaging. That's when we have the difference between a website that doesn't close sales and a website that allows for us to close more sales. So we're going to be talking about something that's super fun, is really close to my heart. Absolutely love talking about pipelines and customer journeys. I want to make sure that the time and the resources and the money I'm spending finding leads allows for me to actually start moving those leads and walking them down the path to the sale. We talk about that all the time. We can literally start moving our dreamy new clients down the path to the sale and give them exactly what they need to say yes. And we do that simply by creating a pipeline. And the pipeline is the marketing term that we use. We're setting up tools that align with the process and the systems that we use. It comes down, if you haven't taken notes yet, this is the time to pull out a little piece of paper. I'm going to be sending over a guide to you. If you would like that later on today, just say, yes, I want the guideline, Karen, and I'll be sending that over to you in Messenger. Later on today, it'll actually come from Arty, so we can get you some additional information and we can get you exactly what I'm talking about today, that the pipeline and the guidelines to how you set up your own pipeline. Okay, so number one, we have to be in social media. We have to be tracking who's engaging with us in social media. We have a lot of tools that we can use to actually automate that process, or we can manually do that. Many art businesses are still manually tracking the folks who are visually dining on our artwork over in social media. Perfectly great, perfectly wonderful. When you have thousands of people visually dining on your artwork in your social media, it may be time to add in some like super sweet tools that allow for you to quickly collect those names and start tracking them inside of a tool that I'm going to be showing it to you, and all of the art bosses are using inside of our training. So we're going to be, number one, we have to have followers. We have to have social media followers. Number two, we have to convert those followers into leads. When we obtain email addresses, it is the process and the systems that we use in order to convert a follower into a lead. Again, so many amazing ways that we can do that. So many different ways that we can take. I'm sorry, I'm suffering from a little bit of a cold here, or allergies. We can take a social media follower and we can turn them into a lead. So we want to be tracking that, and we want to have a place where we can see all of the people who we actually have their email addresses on, because now it gets amazing. Okay. Now we can start tracking who is actually visiting our websites. Okay. We can start tracking who is visiting our social media platforms. We can start tracking who is downloading any of our free content. We can start what we call tracking purchase intent behaviors. Any of those things that your ideal client would be more likely to do than someone who's just like hanging out there and maybe a freebie seeker. We can start putting together a list of purchase intents, and we can start tracking who is actually engaging in purchase intent behaviors. Once we have the purchase intent, once we have this beautiful list, okay, it could be 3 things, it could be 10 things. It doesn't really matter how many purchase intent behaviors you have. It allows for us to start filtering and finding what we call our target hot lead list. It allows for us to start seeing who inside of our selling system is more likely to purchase. For example, we can be working with Susie. Susie, who opens 8 out of 10 of our emails. Susie, who visits our website on a weekly basis. Susie, who hangs out with us while we're doing a paint demo. Susie, who hangs out with us during an online holiday party. Okay, there's her. She is more likely to purchase than, let's say, Jack, who we send him emails, but we can see he doesn't open them. We send him invitations to go to our website, but we have no idea if he ever really is visiting our website. When we put posts out in social media, ghost, we have no idea. Who's more likely to purchase? Susie is more likely to purchase, who we can track her purchase intent behavior, versus Jack. Okay. Would Jack purchase? He might purchase, but we have a choice of spending time either with Susie or Jack. And I'm going to tell you, I would rather spend my time with the future dreamy new clients who are engaging with me in a way that allows for me to see they're getting ready to purchase, than to try to hang out with thousands upon thousands of Jacks who are out there, and I have no idea if they really are interested in what I'm doing. And when we actually start tracking this in a tool, it allows for us to walk our dreamy new clients down the path to the sale. And it allows for us to add a really simple, easy to use upgrade that allows our website to become a powerful tool that closes sales. So I'm going to pull up the tool, this dreamy new tool that we're using in the Art Boss. This is one of the big ads that we are using here in the Art Boss. We are beginning to use this in all parts of our program. It's a super amazing tool that you get for free when you work in one of the Art Boss courses or the Art Boss tools. You get this tool for free. If you'd like to get your hands on the tool later on, you can reach out to me if you're like, you know what, I don't need the support from the Art Boss, but I absolutely would love to get my hands on that tool. Just let me know. Just reach out to me and direct message and say, I would love to work with this tool. Here it is. It's called the Champagne Room. You know that we work with the Champagne Room here in the Art Boss. And starting in 2024, you're getting this tool for free. We are providing it inside of all of the courses and programs because it really is the core and the key to closing more sales. And it is the key and the update that you need to have in order to close more sales on your website. So this is what it looks like. I verbally walked you through it earlier. We need to have followers. We primarily find our followers right here in social media. There are literally millions of art lovers who are looking for the perfect piece of artwork. And we need to have the powerful posts that convert and create engagement in our social media so that we can move people who are in our tool right here inside of our Champagne Room from followers into leads, where we actually now have email addresses and we have contact information on the people who are actually visually dining on our artwork. Then we create, and this is part of what we love to work with artists, is create the purchase indicators that allow for us to see who is more likely to purchase and to start tracking the engagement that allows for us to build a lead score, right? So we have multiple purchase intent. So we have right here in this pipeline, we have 3. If you'd like an example, I can provide an example from one of my pipelines, if that's helpful. Just say yes in the comments and I'll pop over and start showing you one of mine so that you can see how when you're running this pipeline, it starts to become clear where you need to work. Okay, so we work with a lot of business owners to help really get clarity on the purchase intent behaviors that they need to have for their businesses, so that we can create a lead score, so that we can find the Susies and like actually walk away from the Jacks. We want to make sure that when we're talking and we're making offers to our ideal clients, that we're actually have clarity on who's getting ready to purchase so we can start making them offers. And once we make them offers, we start tracking through our pipeline what offers are still open, which ones have we closed. And we're going to talk really quickly about the NAGF, a not a good fit. If you have someone inside of your art business who looks like they might be another artist who's trying to take away your leads and steal your clients, we also want to track those people who are not a good fit. And we want to make sure we're no longer sending them emails. We're no longer sending them content. We're no longer engaging with them in social media. So we always have that very final column, which is not a good fit. And when we are running a pipeline, we can start seeing clarity on where we need to work. Okay, so I'm going to pull up really quickly. Let me grab this. I'm going to pull up an example of this. I'm grabbing it real quick. Okay, good. So I'm going to share an example. I see some folks want to see an example of this. When we were running a pipeline and when we're using a tool and when we're starting to collect the leads and we start seeing who is visually dining on our artwork and our websites and our social media, who's downloading our lead magnets, who's taking us up on the offer to get a free digital note card, who has the actual purchase indicators that allow for us to see those people who are engaging with us who also have a higher likelihood to purchase. Okay, so I'm going to just pull up an example of one of my pipelines, because when you start seeing the information inside of the pipeline, you start to get clarity on what you need to do next in your art businesses. And this is the main reason why everyone who becomes an art boss gets this tool for free inside of our program. If you're like, I don't really need art boss support, yes, I can share with you where you can get preloaded everything that an artist needs in order to sell online. But if you are interested in getting this tool for free, we provide it inside of the Art Boss for free. So let me go ahead and pull this up again. I want to show you the example. It's the same exact pipeline, but now it has some examples. This is a pipeline for selling pet portraits. Okay, this is one of the pet portrait pipelines that I've created for selling pet portraits, and I want you to start seeing all of these people, we have information on them. Okay. So anyone who is, let's pop back, anyone who's a social media follower, I can track who is engaging in my social media, but I don't have their email address. So when I pull up these people, you can see I don't have an email address, but I can start to see that I have 222 leads that are social media followers. And if I only have 200 people at the very beginning of my pipeline, this is one area where I need to work. I need to work in my social media to get more people engaging with me and get more people who become comfortable and they start stopping the scroll when I am posting my artwork and I'm posting inside of social media. So one of the places that I want to be working, and I love this part because I can get this automated and I can start dumping in my new leads into my pipeline automatically with some beautiful tools. I want to make sure that I have enough people at the beginning of my pipeline so that I can start collecting more email addresses. This is where the beauty is. Once I have email addresses, I have their name and I have a way to contact them off platform as well. I can still be contacting them inside of social media, but now I have the ability to also contact them inside of emails. And you can see I have about 844 leads here that allow for me to see that I have people who are interested in engaging with me and have actually opted in and given me their email address. They've said, yes, tell me more about your artwork. And at this point, this is where most businesses kind of stop and they're like, yay, I have email addresses and I have a website. And then that's where the whole entire pipeline stops. But we need to make sure that we have purchase intent behavior as well. So for a pet portrait, I want to see how many people have visited my website this month. It is now the 6th of December, I believe. It's the 6th of December. And I had 21 people who visited my website. I've had 8 people who on the weekend attended my paint demo for a pet portrait. And I have 7 people who downloaded a lead magnet that allowed for me to see that they actually do have a pet. My lead magnet told me that they definitely have a pet. And what there's additional for many businesses, you need additional purchase intent behaviors, and we can build this out as many as you need. So what we do next is we create a hot lead score. We start filtering the people who have visited my website, okay? The people who have watched the paint demo, the people who have also downloaded the lead magnet. When we start looking at they've visited the website, they've attended the paint demos, and they've also downloaded lead magnets, I can put them into my hot lead score. And I'll be honest, this hot lead score isn't just for December. I keep people in here. I don't get rid of them at the end of the month. So these are the people from November and October who also fit within my purchase indicators so that I could create a lead score. I made offers directly to 15 people and 4 of them closed. Okay. So when we start looking at our pipelines, we can start clearly seeing, well, I haven't closed enough offers this month yet. I would like to close an additional 4 more. So that means I probably have to get 15 more people into my made an offer category. I should get this up closer to like 30, which means I need to get more people inside of my hot lead score so I can get this up to probably around 75. And so now I start looking at what purchase indicators, what do I need to do to get more people to engage with me, like on my website, in my social media, downloading lead magnets, and everything then starts showing me where I need to be working and what. Okay, I'm going to stop. I'm going to pop over here. Okay. It starts telling me what I need to be doing, what lead magnets are working, what information do I need to give inside of my social media, what email campaigns are working, who's opening up those email campaigns. And when I have a pipeline that starts showing me the holes and where I need to be working, it allows for you to close more sales. And if it is as simple as just sending more people to your website, if it's as simple as really celebrating a new piece of artwork that you just posted onto your website or you shared inside of your social media, we now have the ability to see who's visually dining on your artwork and be able to make sure that we're making offers to the right people. So I'm so excited to be able to really work with you guys more. If you would like more information on just that tool, you're like, yeah, I just want to see more about the tool. Or I'm even going to throw this out here. Many of you may have another tool that looks like that, but you don't know how to use it. We also provide training on how to use that tool. If you're also more interested in hearing more about pipelines, we're going to be celebrating a holiday extravaganza. We're going to be having an Art Boss holiday extravaganza. It is on December 20th at 1 p.m. That is Eastern time, and it's going to be right over here. You can register. Okay. We're going to be talking more about pipelines. We're going to be talking more about websites. We're also going to be talking about how to use a like pop-up holiday event, like an online pop-up holiday event to still close thousands of dollars in sales before the end of the year. We're going to talk about lead magnets, how you can start creating a powerful targeted lead list right now so that you have clients to close even in January. Close them in December. If they don't close in December, now you have a hot lead list to work with in January. If you're interested in joining us for that party, it's not only good, we're going to do a little bit of work, we're going to do a little bit of training, but we're also going to have fun. We're going to tons of freebies, tons of fun. I'm so sorry. Tons of I'm going to be giving away a free piece of artwork, and I'm going to show you how you can actually use one of your pieces of artwork to start monetizing and start finding more of your leads for your art businesses. It's going to be an amazing party. We're going to be celebrating the wins of the art bosses in 2023. We're going to talk to artists who closed like hundreds of thousands of dollars in art this year, who are leveraging the power of the online market and adding that to their current businesses. We're going to also be talking about the unique opportunities that are coming for 2024, including the free champagne room that I just showed you. And we're also going to be talking about, this is kind of a little sneak peek, but we're going to talk about how you can start earning some Art Boss cash. Yeah, I'm going to talk about cold hard cash that we're paying art bosses who are working inside of the Art Boss programs and inside of the Art Boss courses. So we want you to know that we're like, it's about fun. It's going to be about freebies. Yes, we're going to do a little bit of work. You know me, I have to make sure that you guys have the tools and the systems and the strategies that allow for you to make money this year in 2023 and also set up your businesses for more in 2024. All right, you guys, I'm so excited to be able to have a fun party on December 20th. Once again, super simple. Just pop over here to launch.karenauha.com/party. And we're going to be, oh my goodness. And we're going to be having fun, making money. And I think I also offered to you guys, if you're interested in getting the guide, okay, I'm going to pop it over here. You're interested in getting the guide for setting up your own pipeline, we're going to do it right here. This is how you can get it. Okay. So if you notice, I just changed the little, I'm just about at the end of my being able to talk. I added in a new link right here. If you would like to get that guide for free, it's right over here at arty.karenauha.com/blast. Every single week, I'll share with you my guides, my show notes, and those are sent automatically to your Facebook inbox. Okay. Your Facebook Messenger inbox. All right, guys. Any questions? Pop them in the comments below. I will see you guys soon. Have a really great one, and we'll talk to you next week.